Hi, this is Raymond Rose. Thanks for tuning in today. If you've listened to any of my other podcasts, you know that I'm very focused every day on maintaining excellent mental health and physical health. I want to live to be 105 years old. Let's keep my fingers crossed that's going to happen because I've got the best kids, the best grandkids, the best friends. We all love one another and we all want to grow old together. So my goal in maintaining my health is doing my best to prevent or hopefully totally eliminate the risk of Alzheimer's disease. And what I've done over the last few years is put a list together of the top things that I've read that can definitely help reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Let's get started. I'm going to read the list right now. Number one, fast walking every single day. 30 minutes a day of making sure, not a leisurely stroll, but you want to be walking at a really fast pace. Number two, you want to make your heart race every single day. You want it to be thumping away. Hopefully you're breaking a sweat 20 minutes a day. It's easy to do. You don't have to go to the gym. Just do some jumping jacks, do some planks, do some sit-ups, do some crunches, do all these different things. Do some steps, walk some steps. Make your heart race 20 minutes a day, every single day. Number three, play some brain games. I know my dad played crossword puzzles every day. He thought it was a wonderful exercise to keep himself focused. I agree. Number four, avoid poisons and toxins. And what does that mean? Watch what you're eating. Watch what you're putting in your body. You've heard me talk about in some of my other podcasts about the 5 white poisons: sugar, salt, white flour, most dairy products, and bad fats from meats. Those are terrible things to be putting in your body based on all the information I've reading. Making sure that you're living in a healthy environment, that you're not breathing in bad air, smog and those types of things, or watching what you're touching, or watching the pesticides that you might be out there in your yards or whatever. Just watch what is going in your body and watch what is touching your body. Next, socializing, really, really important. I remember reading one of the top 5 things you can do for your life is making sure that you're building relationships, that you're socializing on a regular basis. Very important for your mental well-being. Next, having purpose in life. I know myself, I have friends of mine that have retired that just don't seem to have purpose, and they feel like they're wasting their life away. Some of them have said they want to go back to work because at least there was a level of purpose there. I can tell you this, if depending on where you are in life, if you're in the working stages, I'm presuming hopefully you've got purpose. If you're a husband, a wife, or a parent, I'm presuming you've got purpose there. I can tell you that a book that I read last year called From Strength to Strength, written by Albert Brooks, was a wonderful book. It talked about as you age, you might find reasons to have a second or third purpose in life. That was a wonderful book if you're looking to do something regarding rethinking where your future is. Next, really, really important. Again, you hear me talk about this on my podcast. You have to eliminate stress. You need to be able to relax. After a long day, don't want to have high levels of anxiety and have your mind racing. You want to be able to put yourself in a position where you've got really strong relationships with the people that you love and making sure that there's plenty of time for yourself. And I know many times when I do my seminars on time management, that's probably the number, maybe if nothing else, the top 3 complaints. People say they don't have time for themselves. So you need to be able to relax and eliminate stress. Next, partner with your doctor. And by that, I would say this: not only is your doctor important, but you spending time doing your own research, if it be on the internet or using our artificial intelligence or attending different TED seminars or whatever you think is best. You need to be able to have a partner that really knows, that can complement your knowledge and help you along the way regarding your physical health. So partner with your doctor. Doctor can mean a lot of different things in that particular sentence. Next, be careful of head injuries. Protect your head. If you're riding a bike, if you're skateboarding, if you're rollerblading, all those things, protect your head. So many times I've read examples of people that just have concussions. I mean, look at all the talk that they have regarding the NFL. For those of you that are in the United States, and all the people that have had head injuries when playing football, that as life has gone on for them, they've had some serious problems with that. So you need to protect your head. Next, a little bit more in depth of what I was talking about earlier. Stop eating unprocessed foods. There's a direct link between all these different foods that are being processed with Alzheimer's disease. So knock that out of your life. You need to have next. You need to have a positive outlook on life. Really, really important. Again, listen to some of my seminars. So many times that I'm sorry, I listen to my other podcasts. So many times I've given seminars where the issue becomes is that there's just so many moving parts in their day. People overcommit themselves. They're afraid to say no to people. They feel obligated, and consequently, they just don't have a really positive outlook in life because they're just overwhelmed all the time. So that's really, really important. Next on the list is deep breathing, making sure you're getting oxygen into your bloodstream on a regular basis. I know that there's different breathing techniques that I've read about regarding the ways that you should hold your breath and bring your breath in and let your breath out slowly. Do your research on that, but deep breathing is really important. Here's one that for years I did not agree with, and as I've aged, I've learned that I was wrong along the way. It's getting 8 hours of sleep. When I was younger, I used to sleep maybe 5 or 6 hours, and I would say to myself, why should I sleep 8 hours when I could use that extra? If I only sleep 6 hours, I can use that extra 2 hours to do whatever I wanted to be focused on. And as I realized, as I've gotten older, there's no doubt about it, lacking sleep. Sleep is a superpower. Sleep is critical not only for your body, but also for your brain. And most people don't understand that, or like I just said moments ago, people overextend themselves. They're trying to do 28 hours worth of work in 24 hours, and consequently, they give up on sleep, or when they do go to bed, their mind doesn't stop racing. Sleep is a superpower. Make sure you're getting 8 hours of sleep. Next, drink 60 to 90 ounces of water every single day. Here's what I was taught. It may be accurate, maybe it's not accurate. Here's what I do. I'm a 150-pound person. You take the 150 pounds, divide it in half, which is 75. That says that I should be drinking 75 ounces of water every day, which I do. I drink more than that, actually. And some people will say, oh my goodness, how can you drink all that water? Isn't it boring? Or I could never put all that water in my body. And I say to myself, listen, I know that the bulk of your body is made up of water. You need water going in and out of your body throughout the day, every single day, to get rid of all the different toxins that are in your body. You got to be drinking water. I don't know if you have to measure it and put a 90-ounce container on your kitchen counter or at your place of work to make sure you're getting it all done. But and I always have people say, oh, I could never drink that much water. And my response is always, listen, if I gave you $1 million, could you drink that much water every day? And they're always like, well, yeah, for $1 million, I could do it. All I'm saying is, for a long, happy, healthy life and doing your best to prevent the risk of getting Alzheimer's, dementia, some of those other types of mental issues, you want to be drinking water. And then lastly, 20 minutes of sunlight every single day. That's another area that I never really focused on. I was just the opposite, where everybody else I know was always laying out in the sun. I was one of those people that avoided the sun. Even when I go to the beach now, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt and I've got my legs covered up because I just don't want to have any sun damage going on to my skin. So I've learned as I've gotten older, I want 20, 25 minutes of sun every single day. Really, really important vitamin D. And over and above that, I don't want any more sun than that. I will tell you this is a thing that not that I rejected, I just ignored it over my life. I realize now more than ever that the importance of putting sunscreen on my face, my hands, on my neck, all those things. So there's my list. There's the list that I compiled. I'm hoping you got some good information from this. If you're a first-time listener to this podcast, please know that I make a short podcast every single day based on several things. Number one, we all want to have excellent health. Number two, we want to have lots of free time. Number three, we want to be really smart about money. And number four, we want great habits. All my podcasts are based on those four areas. If you liked what you heard here, please scroll through some of my other podcasts. I think you'll be really happy with the valuable information that is contained in those podcasts. Please subscribe to my podcast, and please share this with any family and friends and comment in the area below. So that's it for today. Hopefully you got some really good information from this, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you for listening. This is Raymond Rose.